The airport was never meant to be a stage, yet on this particular day it transformed into one as flashes of cameras bounced off polished floors and hurried footsteps echoed through the terminal. Travelers who had expected nothing more than boarding calls and rolling suitcases suddenly found themselves swept into a moment that felt cinematic. At the center of it all were Minho and Hyekyo, moving with quiet determination through a crowd that seemed to grow by the second. What turned routine travel into instant chaos was not just their presence, but the image that unfolded before everyone's eyes. Minho carrying one twin securely in his arms while Hyekyo held the other close, both of them navigating the commotion with calm resolve. Witnesses later described how the atmosphere shifted the moment the couple appeared. Whispers rippled through the terminal, quickly escalating into gasps and excited murmurs. Phones were raised almost instinctively, capturing a sight fans had only imagined. Minho, dressed casually yet unmistakably himself, adjusted his grip on the child in his arms with practiced ease, his focus unwavering despite the noise. Hyekyo walked beside him, her expression composed, protective, and deeply attentive as she gently soothed the twin she was holding. It was a portrait of balance amid disorder, a family moment unfolding in the least private of places. Security personnel attempted to form a moving barrier, but the crowd's energy was impossible to contain. Some fans called out their names, others simply stared, frozen by the intimacy of the scene. There was no grand announcement, no deliberate attempt to draw attention, yet the simplicity of their actions spoke louder than any red carpet appearance. In that instant, fame took a back seat to parenthood, and the world was given a fleeting glimpse into a life usually kept behind closed doors. As they moved forward, Minho's protective instincts were unmistakable. He subtly shifted his body to shield both Hyekyo and the children from the densest part of the crowd, his gaze scanning ahead while occasionally dropping to the child in his arms. The twin responded with calm curiosity, small fingers clutching his jacket as if it were the most natural place to be. Hyekyo mirrored this quiet confidence, adjusting her hold gently and whispering reassurances that were lost in the noise but visible in her tender expression. The chaos around them only highlighted the intimacy between the two. Despite the flashing cameras and raised voices, they moved as a unit, communicating through brief glances and subtle gestures. It was clear they had done this before, not as public figures but as parents who understood each other's rhythm. Each step forward felt deliberate, every pause calculated to keep the twins comfortable and safe. The crowd may have been loud, but their world seemed to exist in a softer, quieter space. Fans later shared stories online of the moment Minho briefly slowed his pace so Hyekyo could adjust the baby carrier strap, or how she smiled softly at him in silent thanks. These small details, captured by chance rather than design, fueled an outpouring of admiration. Comments poured in praising not just their beauty or star power, but their evident devotion as parents. In a place defined by haste and stress, they had managed to project patience and warmth. The twins themselves became the unexpected focal point of the scene. Though mostly shielded from view, their presence changed everything. What could have been another chaotic celebrity sighting turned into something more human and relatable. Parents in the terminal nodded knowingly, recognizing the universal challenge of traveling with children. Others watched with a mix of awe and tenderness, struck by how even global stars face the same small struggles and responsibilities. Airport staff, caught between maintaining order and witnessing a rare moment, did their best to guide the family forward. Announcements continued overhead, but few seemed to notice. The usual urgency of departures faded as attention centered on the slow, careful progress of the family. Time seemed to stretch, each second filled with anticipation, as if everyone present understood they were witnessing something that would soon live on only through grainy videos and second-hand stories. What made the moment resonate so deeply was its authenticity. There were no rehearsed smiles for the cameras, no posed gestures. Minho's concern was evident in the way he angled his body, his free hand occasionally reaching out to steady Song Hyekyo when the crowd pressed too close. Song Hyekyo, in turn, kept her focus on the child she held, her calm presence acting as an anchor amid the swirl of attention. Together, they embodied a quiet strength that contrasted sharply with the frenzy around them. As they approached the checkpoint, the crowd began to thin, but the buzz only grew louder. News of the sighting spread rapidly online, with fans dissecting every detail and sharing their emotional reactions. For many, it wasn't just about seeing two beloved stars together, but about witnessing a shared moment of vulnerability and love. The image of Minho carrying one twin while Song Hyekyo held the other became symbolic, representing partnership, balance, and mutual support. By the time they disappeared from view, the terminal slowly returned to its routine rhythm. Flights were called, luggage wheels rolled on, and travelers resumed their journeys. Yet something lingered in the air, a sense that an ordinary space had briefly been transformed by something extraordinary. People who had been there would later recount the story with a hint of disbelief, as if unsure whether the moment had been real or imagined. In the hours that followed, social media lit up with clips and photos, each one sparking waves of emotion. Fans spoke of feeling unexpectedly moved, inspired by the sight of two icons navigating parenthood together with such grace. Discussions shifted from fashion and schedules to love, family, and the quiet moments that define a life beyond the spotlight. The airport chaos, once overwhelming, became a backdrop for a narrative far more meaningful. Ultimately, the scene served as a reminder that even in the most chaotic environments, moments of tenderness can emerge. Minho and Song Hyekyo did not set out to make a statement, yet their actions spoke volumes. Carrying one twin each, moving forward together, they showed that amidst fame and frenzy, the simplest gestures of care and unity are what truly capture the world's attention.